Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Bamfo, and we gotta talk about Shedeur Sanders. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So Shedeur Sanders has been named starter for this week versus the Las Vegas Raiders after Dylan Gabriel missed the second half of last week's game versus the Ravens due to a concussion. In relief of Dylan Gabriel last week, Shedeur had a bad game by going 4 for 16 for 47 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Many Shedeur Sanders fans have been waiting for this moment ever since he was drafted in the 5th round of this year's NFL draft. Now, in my previous video on Shedeur, I felt like Bailey Zappi should have gotten the start ahead of Shedeur. In my opinion, he's not ready yet to be an NFL starter, but he's going to get his opportunity this weekend. Now, the good news for Shedeur is that he gets to play against the Las Vegas Raiders, arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL. Dak Prescott on Monday was able to throw 4 touchdowns on this horrible defense. So my expectations for Shedeur is that he should have a good game versus the Raiders. The excuse last week, as far as why he played so bad, was that he didn't get any first-team reps. That excuse is over with, as it's been reported that Shedeur will get every rep with the starter offense. The main thing I want to see from Shedeur is, can he remain calm in the pocket and not drift backwards when team blitz? Versus the Ravens, he took 2 bad sacks and always panicked at the blitz. The blueprint is out there, so hopefully Shedeur will be better prepared when team blitz, because that's going to happen a lot this Sunday. Now, I want to talk about the relationship between head coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry. So, per Albert Breer, a journalist for Sports Illustrated, explained that the Browns coaching staff wanted to redshirt Shedeur Sanders this season, meaning that he would not see the field at all and learn from the sidelines. Now, that makes complete sense from my perspective. Remember, Shedeur was the 4th-string quarterback to start the season. The coaches weren't even thinking about Shedeur playing meaningful football, which is why he never got first-team reps. It was a general manager, Andrew Berry, who traded Kenny Pickett and eventually Joe Flacco. Coach Stefanski said this after the Flacco trade. First, I'll tell you, is the Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. That lets you know there's a big disconnect between GM and coaching. The GM basically forced the coach to play Shedeur before he wanted to. It's a recipe for disaster when everybody is not on one accord. Now, I'm not saying Shedeur is being set up for failure. He's a 5th-round pick who has an opportunity to start in the NFL. Regardless of upper management and the organization, Shedeur has a job to do, and it all begins this weekend versus the Raiders. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.